Hey, everybody. As we enter into this week and step into the Advent season, our hearts are again drawn to the promise of hope. And hope that's not vague, not fragile or imaginary, but a hope that is anchored in God, in His love, in His truth, and in His faithfulness. Isaiah 9:2, which is often read around this time, gives us this image, this picture of hope when it says that the people were walking in darkness, but they have seen a great light. Isaiah wrote these words in a time where people felt like they were surrounded by uncertainty. There was fear. There was just a lot of unknown. It was a dark time. And their darkness wasn't the absence of light or sunlight, but it was this absence of peace, this absence of clarity and feeling of security. And in that very time, in that setting, in that feeling and emotion, God spoke a promise. There is a light, and that light is coming. Imagine yourself standing in a room that's completely dark, and everything feels unknown. And you're cautious with every step. You're a little nervous with every step even. You're not sure what's around you, what's in front of you, and you're a little bit worried that you're going to bump into something, hit something, stub your toe. But then somebody strikes a match, or in my case, lights a candle. A single candle is lit. And then suddenly the room changes. The environment changes. Your feelings change. You begin to see shapes and outlines, and you can kind of in front of you notice a path before you. And your eyes are drawn to the light. The darkness doesn't disappear completely, but it no longer invades the space. It no longer controls the space. That tiny candle, that little flame, shifts the atmosphere and your opinion of it. And that's what hope has done. That's what hope does. That's what the coming of Jesus did. And that's what the presence of God does still today in the world and in our lives. Advent teaches us that God stepped into the world, that Emmanuel, God is with us, that God stepped into the darkness, that Jesus came in the darkness. He didn't wait till after the sun came or after the darkness lifted and it all became clear, but he came right in the midst of it, right in the middle of it. And Jesus came as that light. And he came not to scold us for being in darkness, but to save us from it. This means that your darkness and those feelings you're having is not disqualifying you from the light. But in fact, the light draws you out of that darkness. Your confusion, your worries, the pressures of life, none of that surprises God. Your anxieties and stresses don't intimidate him. In fact, those are the very places, those very feelings and moments of darkness that God's light can shine the brightest, pulling us towards him. That first Christmas was not in a season of peace and comfort. It was in a time of fear and political tension and a spiritual longing. In that environment, God sent his Son as the light. So hope doesn't need to have perfect conditions. It only needs a place to shine. And one of my favorite things that we do during the season of Advent is talking about carrying that light that we have witnessed, becoming light ourselves, and sharing it with others who are going through dark times. So as we begin Advent, let's pause and let's ask a simple, honest question. Where do we need to see God's light break in? Maybe it's in a relationship that's feeling strained. Maybe it's this weight of uncertainty about the future, or it's a grief we're dealing with, a heaviness, a private battle that no one else sees. Maybe it's just simply the weariness of carrying too much for far too long. Whatever it is, wherever the darkness surrounds you or feels real, may this Advent remind you that hope is on the way. Hope is here, that Christ is already coming towards you with the light, with that clarity, with that courage and peace. And just like the candle or the light in the dark room, may his presence change everything for you. And it may not be all at once, but enough for you to take that first step, and then take another step, and then another step as he guides you.